for any skin type, and that will be just as effective if you're 35, 45, or 65 or more. And I'm proud to say that after 2 years of searching, thousands of hours of research, traveling to 8 countries, and seeing proof from 12,123 successful case studies from women all over the world who have successfully reversed how they look and feel by 10, 20, often 30 years in as little as 14 days. I'm finally ready to share this proven, guaranteed, all-natural age reversal routine with you. Forget injections like Botox, or crazy laser treatments or plastic surgery. Forget spending hundreds of dollars on fancy moisturizers or face masks. In fact, as you'll learn in just a moment, you need to stop using moisturizer right now and never spend another dime on it as long as you live, because it's ruining your skin. I'm going to tell you exactly what this routine is and what it can do for you in just a moment. But first, can I just tell you something really quick? I want to keep this just between us girls though, so I'm trusting you. And I think you may be able to relate. My name is Valerie Vaughn, and a little over 3 years ago, my husband and I got divorced, ending a 26-year marriage. The reason is simple. He cheated on me, and I found out. In one fleeting moment, my marriage had become just another statistic. After all, according to a Pennsylvania State University study, infidelity is the #1 reason for divorce. And I hate that the man I thought I could rely on, who had helped raise my children, who claimed me as his one and only, would throw away decades of history just because a pretty little thing half his age batted her eyelashes at him and he took the bait. Though to be honest, that's not even the worst part. Because after the brutal divorce, what I resented the most was him leaving me single and alone. Can you imagine that? I was a middle-aged woman. My kids were in college. All my friends were married and off living their own lives. And I may as well have been stranded on a desert island. It was the first time in my life that I had ever felt completely and utterly alone. Suddenly, I was single again, in a world that looks nothing like it did when I'd been single all those years ago. It's not like being a woman this age in today's dating world is any kind of advantage. Every single gal my age knows what I'm talking about. For some reason, men aren't interested in dating women their own age. Instead, they're chasing girls in their late 20s and early 30s. And at first this made no sense to me. These girls were immature. They had no direction. And how could these men possibly have anything in common with them? Didn't they want to date someone they could connect with on a meaningful level? And of course, it didn't help that many of the men my age seemed to look better than I did. My ex-husband didn't even exercise. He eats all the wrong foods, never did anything special to his skin, and yet he looked more attractive and regal than I did. It's like life was on easy mode for him. So while he was running around trying to recapture his youth, I was stuck at home with 2 shelves full of moisturizers, skin creams, face masks, peels, cleansing products, and my skin only seemed to keep getting more worn and wrinkly. It got to where I hated even seeing pictures of myself. I had pesky stress lines between my eyebrows. I had dark circles under my eyes that never seemed to go away, even though I ate a healthy diet and got plenty of sleep. My skin seemed saggy and gray and lifeless. And even though I know it's wrong, I used younger pictures of myself and lied about my age in my online dating profile, hoping it would improve my chances of meeting someone new. I'll admit, I was desperate. I thought that if they just met me in person, we might feel a connection. Yet, as soon as I met these guys, they always seemed to recognize right away that I had lied, and nobody appreciates a liar. Of course, I don't advocate lying, but if you've ever been where I was at, you'll understand why I did. I'm not proud of it, but that's in the past now. And the thing that was most unfair was that I didn't feel old. I had a great career as a marketing consultant. I made good money on my own, a free, independent woman with a healthy libido. Yet I felt as worthless as a piece of trash discarded on the side of the highway, as if I had simply lost my value, like nobody wanted me because I was damaged goods. Well, maybe you can relate to my story, or maybe you're married and in a loving relationship, but your husband doesn't show you the same amount of attention anymore. Or maybe it would just be nice to get a compliment from a complete stranger now and then. I get it. I really, really do. And I know we shouldn't feel this way. We're smart. We're talented. We have a lot to offer besides what we look like on the outside. But if you're like me, you may find yourself wanting to look how you feel, to get your confidence back, to feel pretty and feminine, and just turn a few heads now and then. So I started doing some research. What I found is that there is a natural, biological reason men tend to desire women much younger than themselves. And it's not even their fault. There isn't much they can do to control it. You see, as a woman, I used to look at a man's desire to be with a girl half his age as just immaturity or some kind of midlife crisis. To me, it seemed almost perverted and disgusting that a man in his 40s, 50s, or older would go for a girl that was old enough to be his daughter. As women, we're more sensible than that. For example, even though that handsome college student at the coffee shop gave me a compliment, I didn't stick around and let the flirtation go any further. Yet a man, if complimented the same way by a girl half his age, may just try to get her phone number, or more. It all comes down to the fact that men are hardwired this way through nature. They're biologically programmed to seek out women who have the highest chance of bearing a child. It doesn't matter if he actually wants any children. His caveman brain goes on autopilot, scanning every female face and body it sees, and recognizing physical features that signal youth and fertility. And then all those millions of years of evolution start screaming at him, "Make a baby with her!" Because you see, nature is only interested in one thing, and that's reproducing. It doesn't care about our thoughts and feelings. It only cares about maximizing our ability to stay alive and pass on our genes. That's why a man will always feel more naturally attracted to a woman who appears younger. It's an automatic reaction, even if he doesn't act on it. And a good man won't. He can't help to be drawn to youth like a magnet. Now, as a strong woman with a successful career, I've never let a man define me. I don't need a man to take care of me either. But I'd be lying to myself and to you if I said I didn't yearn for the companionship that a healthy relationship brings, especially after years of marriage. I wanted to feel loved again. I wanted to be desired again. I wanted a man to ravish me like a hungry animal because he simply couldn't control himself anymore, and then wrap me in his arms protectively and hold me until morning. But the dating world for a woman my age is cutthroat. If I was going to get back out there and compete, I needed an edge. And as us girls know, you have to do whatever you can to stand out. That's when my research got a little crazy. And it sounds a little funny to say, but I became kind of obsessed. I feel like one of those ancient Spanish travelers searching for the mythical fountain of youth. You see, my job as a marketing consultant brings me all over the world, especially to Asia, where I do business in countries such as China, Japan, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. I decided to use this as an opportunity to seek out some of the most knowledgeable anti-aging experts in the world. And what I found out changed my life, along with the lives of 12,123 other women. And it's about to change your life right here and now. For example, I learned about Candy Lowe, a woman in her 50s who's had not one, not two, but 3 children. Her oldest son is in his 20s, and when she goes out with him, people often assume she's his sister. I also learned about a Chinese actress in her 60s named Liu Shaoqun. This is a picture of her from just a few weeks ago. The woman you're looking at was born in 1955. She's never gotten plastic surgery. She's never gotten injections. In fact, all she's ever done is follow the simple routine that I'm about to share with you in just a moment. And look at Matini Kingpayon, an actress in Thailand I came to know on my travels. She's 44 years old in this picture, and just so you don't think this is a bunch of Photoshop and smoke and mirrors, here she is on vacation in the Gulf of Thailand. This is just a candid selfie with no makeup. Everywhere I went through Asia, from the richest actresses and models of China to poor housemaids from rural Thailand, I saw gorgeous, glowing,